bed here. Sorry, guys. What's happening? Sorry, I'm 5 minutes late for my own scheduled live. I just went down a rabbit hole of creating a TikTok video and then forgot I was meant to be live. What's happening, guys? Last video is so powerful. Good, guys. Look, I was letting the 3D throw me. I had to almost make those videos for myself. To be completely honest with you. Because, guys, I don't want the 3D to determine your success, okay? I don't want it to throw you. I don't want you to look at it. And if you have to look at it, accept it. Hi, Azul. Hi, Barbie lovers. Hey, your last TikToks about acceptance was so helpful. Good. Because a lot of people are telling you to ignore the 3D, guys, and I really, having just experienced something in the 3D that threw me, know how difficult that can be. It's very hard to try and ignore something. It's like pretending, oh, I can't see it when it's right fucking in front of you. It's like, don't look at the elephant in the room and it's right there. That's hard. The easier way to do it is go, well, I accept this because I can understand what it is. It is something I once thought, once feared. And not when I say once, some people think, I mean, I thought it one time. No, you predominantly thought it a lot. Okay? Meaning, at one point in time, you were thinking it. Okay? And then it appeared. So now that it's appeared, you can understand, well, if I created it myself completely with my thinking, then can't I unthink this situation? Can't I think myself out of this? I asked my SP about building some barns for his horses, but he said no, but he put pics up of their new... What? Usually I'm thinking what my SP is doing on weekends, but today I don't know. I feel calm. Wonderful, Janet. Good. Hi, Kiara. Happy Sunday, everyone. Oh! Hi, darling. What's happening, Kat? Hi, Lord. Since our consciousness creates, can we manifest what we want our afterlife to be? Fuck knows. I have no idea about the afterlife, darling. Not a clue. Thing is, if your consciousness is still around, you're conscious, but are you conscious of being I am? This is the thing I don't understand. Your consciousness is your soul, but what are you if you don't have a body? Are you just the soul? Are you conscious of being I am that? That's a bit I don't understand. It's like little babies aren't conscious of themselves at first. They aren't aware of their own consciousness. So there's this famous test where a baby will be trying to push a little cart and it will stand behind the cart and try and push it. But what they do is they attach a rug underneath the back of the cart. And so when it stands on the rug won't go. And very few babies at first, when they're young, understand that they are standing on the rug. And therefore, because they're standing on the rug won't move. When they're very young, they aren't conscious of themselves. The babies that are conscious of themselves go, oh, I'm standing on this. They take the rug off, then they push the cart. They're not conscious of themselves. So I'm not sure what happens to your consciousness once the body is gone. If you can, it's malleable. I've no idea. Just went off a tangent then, but I've no idea, darling, the answer to that question. You have to ask someone who knows about past life regression and you'll hi guys, here's my excuse to stop doing laundry right now. Oh, Kat, hooray. Hi, Zena. Hi, Loz. Since our conscious, I saw that one. Good morning, Loz. Happy Sunday, yes. My SP told me he dated other women before I manifested him back the first time in separation. Again, he said the same. He had said the first time he wants to be alone and not date at all, but I'm fearful of him doing that again or choosing someone instead of coming back to me. He said the same he had said the first time. He wants to be alone and not date at all. What's the problem here? See, Luna? He wants to be alone and not date at all. I'm fearful of him doing that again or choosing someone else instead of coming back to me. Well, darling, don't you understand that your fears are creating this whole situation? Fearful of other girls, fearful of him not choosing you, fearful of him not coming back. People have been choosing people. People have been just being alone. Fears, 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 fears. At some point, you've got to get a handle on these fears because that's what's causing him to say these things. Either I want to be alone or I've been fucking other girls or whatever the fuck he's been saying is coming out of your brain. Please get a handle on your fears. You clearly haven't, and therefore they're manifesting in front of your fucking eyes. I don't know how many times I can say this to you, darling. Your self-concept is allowing you to compare yourself to other girls, be fearful of other girls, think he doesn't want you, think he doesn't love you, think he would rather be alone than be with you. Work on that. You can ask me a million questions on here, but until you start working on your self-concept and quashing those fears, nothing's going to change. You understand? I'm saying this from a place of, I had some really fearful thoughts this last few months and they've now manifested. And I'm like, they manifest. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to you guys. If you've been listening to some buckwits who say only positive thoughts manifest, have they seen their own lives? All your predominant thoughts manifest. I'm really sorry. If you allow the fear to run you, those fears will manifest. It's just how it works. I know that scares a lot of people. Sorry, it's what happens. That's why you've got to control your mind. I need help, Loz. My SP is distant. Well, darling, probably because you're saying is. Probably because you're doing sad eyes. Probably because you're concentrating on the distance and not concentrating on you and them together and working on your self-concept. The more you say the distant, the more you concentrate on the distance, the more distant they will get. Stop saying the distant, thinking the distant, imagining the distant, being fearful that the distant. Do the complete opposite of all that in your brain. Got it? Loz, yesterday, I chose who I wanted and woke up to a text telling me he left his wife. Oh, oh, wowzers. Jesus Christ. That's full-on movement, darling. All right. Well done, you. I literally have so much pain due to things my ex has done. I've tried everything. Well, darling, Dipali, you haven't tried what I teach you, which is not concentrating on the pain and understanding that he didn't do anything to you at all. You did it to yourself. Are you understanding that? Have you watched a single one of my lives before? Clearly not. If you're blaming him and he did this to me and I'm in pain and fucking blah, 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 you're not understanding that you caused it with your shitty thinking about you, him, and the situation. I don't know what to tell you. Thanks, Kat, darling. Please go and watch number 25 and then number 41 in the Facebook group and understand that you cause everything in your reality. If you don't get this, you'll continue to blame him and be in pain and go to your friends and whinge and moan about your ex, and they'll be sitting there thinking, God damn it, you stupid bitch, you caused the whole thing with your shitty thinking about yourself and him. Don't you get it? And they'll go, they won't say that, they'll go, poor you. Go and watch my videos, darling, because you're lost. Can you manifest something in the same day? For example, me and my SP are going to hang out tonight. Yes, darling, of course you can. There's some dumb bitch on my video at the moment. It's like, you should be teaching everyone that you can manifest instantly. No, she goes, in seconds. Yes, that's delayed. In seconds is a delay, you stupid bitch. Everything's manifested straight away. As soon as you've thought about it in your mind, it's manifesting, right? But what she's saying is, you can manifest things really quickly. Yeah, but not things you got really big fucking huge story attached to. It's harder. Sorry, bitch. If you're really that wise, come on here and teach everyone else. Apparently you're some kind of Yoda god of manifesting who can manifest every single thing she's ever thought of in her whole entire life within fucking seconds. You can do that, darling, but you've got to get rid of the old story attached to it. So a free cup of coffee or spending time with your SP when he always spends time with you and is always cordial and lovely and loving and messaging you and blah, blah, blah is going to be piss easy for you. But if he's the kind of guy who never spends time with you, never rings you, never calls you, it's probably going to be much harder for you to imagine that tonight he's just going to suddenly fucking appear. Because you have to get rid of that old story you got attached to him. Do that, and then you'll be able to do it. If you can't get rid of the old story, my answer's no. What's the best bit of advice to succeed in manifesting? Well, first of all, stop watching anybody on here who talks about universe, vibration, energy, bay leaves, any of those fuckwits, first of all. That was my first bit of advice, because people get so fucking confused. Second thing is, all manifesting is changing your thinking. From the thoughts you are now thinking that's causing your reality to the thoughts you want to think that will cause the reality to change. From what you don't want to what you do want. What you don't want about yourself, what you do want about yourself. What you don't want about the person, your SP, what you do want about them. What you don't want about the situation, what you do want the situation to look like. That's pretty much it. So that's self-concept, that's seeing a new version of your SP and getting rid of the old story, and that's living in the end with the new situation. 3 things. Working on your self-concept that causes the situation. 2, seeing a new version of the person if it's regarding a person. And 3, living in the end as if it's already done. That's it. What do you do when your subconscious is fighting you when you're trying to say affirmations? Guys, you've just got to keep doing it. See, Luna, you've asked this so many times about, oh, my brain does this. Well, clearly, darling, you've got to affirm like a motherfucker because your fears are clearly running you, and you come on all the lives and keep talking about your fears, and you're not understanding that you've got to fight them. They will fight you, okay? So fight back. Guys, you're just lying in the ring and letting Conor McGregor bash the shit out of you and just lying there, oh, well, I give up. This fight's too hard. You'd be dead by the end of it. No one's coming in the ring going, ding, 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 stop bashing her up. Your subconscious is going to keep bashing you up, darling, until you fight it. Okay? How to get rid of the old story. You've got to focus on the new story. So many of you are just throwing away the old story and then going, oh, I'm thinking old story thoughts again. Oh, Loz, I keep thinking of the old story. I think about the breakup. I keep thinking about it with the third party. Well, are you focusing and thinking and focusing and thinking on the new story only every time that old story comes up in your brain? No. The new story is the most important thing. Hello, you legend. Oh, Denise. Self-concept, see new version of person, live in the end, persist. Yes! Laws or Manifesting Kimberly are the two coaches that are the best. Oh, thank you, darling. You mean me? Thanks, Misty. Yeah, Manifesting Kimberly is wonderful, guys. Go and follow her. Hi, Loz. Do I say he wants to tell his whole family about me or he will be telling his whole family about me? Just say his whole family knows about me. That's the end. It's not he's telling or he's going to or he wants to. I already know it. They already know about me. They love me. Go to the end. That's already happened, darling. Don't worry about the how. Why do some affirmations feel forced? How long does it take to fight back the fears? So how the fuck do I know, Dipali? Jesus Christ. Please don't ask me about time. Am I in your brain figuring out how long you've been thinking these thoughts? I don't even know how old you are, what happened to you in childhood, how long you've had these thoughts, how predominant they are. If you've got depression, anxiety, if your thoughts are predominant all day, negatively 98%, how the fuck do I know how long it's going to take you to get rid of all that shit? Anyone who can answer that question is lying to you. They're bullshitting out of their ass. Oh, well, it takes 17 seconds. Does it, bitch? Are you in my brain? Darling, you've got to just be persistent and change the affirmations. And if they feel forced, yeah, of course they do, because you don't believe them yet, because you're still believing the old thoughts. Affirmations are just new thoughts, guys. If you're not getting this, you need to understand. What you're currently thinking is an affirmation. I am affirming as truth that he does not love me, that I am not lovable, that I'm a piece of shit, that no one wants to be around me, that relationships don't work out for me, that men cheat. I am affirming that with my thoughts as truth. New thoughts are affirmations. He loves me and only me. Men can be trusted in my reality. I trust everyone with my heart. My relationships always work out. I'm so motherfucking lovable. I am special. I am loved. I am wanted. I am chosen. I am amazing. These are the new truths. Your brain will go, no, bitch. Remember he cheated. Shut up. New thought is coming in. Old thought, shut up. It's going to be fighting you the whole time until you say these ones, think these ones, stay in these ones, focus on these ones. Enough. Oh, I've been affirming for a few months. Why is it not happening? How much are you thinking this other shit? Really think about that, guys. How much other shit is in your brain? They are affirmations. You are affirming those thoughts as truth. All affirmations are new truths, new thoughts. And at first they don't seem true because they're not true at first, because you're saying he loves me and he's saying fuck off and die. But you've got to keep at it and persist and persist and persist and sink that new thought in. So eventually he does come back and say, oh, I do love you, sorry. Okay. Best Saturday night watching Loz, drinking mimosas and wearing my crown. Thank you, Loz, for everything. Oh! Drinking mimosas and wearing your crown. Oh, that sounds amazing. Late night at the pub, but the king has made it to the live. Oh, you're at the pub watching the live? Or you were at the pub. I'd be pretty impressed if you're at the pub watching the live. Hang on, guys. How to avoid passive affirming. What the fuck does that even mean, Jodie? Passive affirming. You mean, I'm so loved and wanted, I'm so loved and wanted. You mean like vainly, doing it like rote? Well, just don't do that. Do it with some oomph, with some meaning, as if it's true. Yes, Conor McGregor, yes. Is that what you mean, Jodie? Explain yourself. Do you have to say affirmations constantly? Well, are you thinking constantly? How constant is your old thinking? How often do I have to say this? 1 time, 2 times? Fuck, guys, I don't know. How many fucking times a day are you thinking the old shit? I don't know. Only you know that. I can't possibly give you a number. And if some fucking dumb bitch with a salt lamp is coming on here and telling you that they know exactly how many affirmations to say a day and how many times a day, they're full of shit. Because they're not in your brain knowing what you're thinking constantly on a loop all fucking day and how many times you're doing it. Only you know that. Are you thinking shitty thoughts all day? Are you crying in the bed all day missing them? Well, affirm. How fucking bad do you want this? Oh, but it's hard. Oh, but my brain's fighting me. If I was a trainer at a gym and And you were coming to me at every private training session going, it's hard. How long do I have to do this for? How many times a week do we have to do this? I'd be like, oh, fuck, bitch, I quit. You're the worst client I've ever had. Fuck off. I want someone who actually wants to build muscle and get a body that they want. You clearly don't want this, you dumb bitch. You lazy bitch. How fucking lazy are you? When I say come to the gym 5 times a week and eat properly during the week, I fucking mean it. How bad do you want this, guys? How bad do you want this? Write that on your fucking wall. How bad do I want this? Or am I just going to let my brain just run riot and go crazy and think all the old thoughts and get lazy and not affirm because I really can't be bothered, or this seems too hard, or... Can you imagine if you went to a personal trainer and did that and you're paying them money? They'd be like, well, I'll take your money, and I'll just say to you, yeah, okay, don't turn up next week, I'll still take your money. And you won't change your body, and you'll still be fat, and you'll still be whinging to all your friends about how fat you are, and then one day you'll have an honest friend who'll say to you, didn't you pay a personal trainer to go 5 times a week and you didn't bother to go and you didn't do the diet? What were you expecting? You dumb bitch. You know what I mean? Think about it that way, guys. Yes. Literally, if you get tired of affirming, then you clearly don't want it bad enough. Thank you for all the presents and the fire and the... Thanks, Ella Deli. Love my ass off, not the salt lamp. Yes. We are in lockdown. Oh, we'll stop talking about it, stop focusing on it, and then it will go away. I like you. Thanks, Janet. Salt lamp. You're done pissed her off now. Oh! Making some night tea over here. Oh! Making my night tea over here. Oh, sorry, guys. Help. I didn't get a return letter to my internship, but I want to get it when I finish college. Well, just imagine you've got it, darling. Just imagine you got the internship. Imagine whatever it is you want. Imagine you have it already. You want to revise the rejection letter. We'll go back and imagine you got the letter that it's not a rejection letter. Write out exactly what the letter was that you want to read. Write it out in a journal or put it on a piece of paper. Open the envelope, and every day go and open the envelope. Oh, that's the letter I got. Do that if you really want to. Imagine that letter. Facts, persistent is key. Yes, darling. That's where I am right now, feeling like I'm always fighting. Will end soon. Guys, look. Your old thoughts are predominant. When people go, oh, this is easy, I can do it. Well, all right, bitch, that can manifest in 2 seconds. You clearly have never suffered from depression, anxiety, any kind of intrusive thoughts, OCD, had any fucking tragedy ever happen to you in your whole life, never had any childhood trauma, never had a really bad breakup, never had any fucking bad things happen to you. And you got Pollyanna of the brain. Good for you, bitch. The rest of us have thoughts that are shit all fucking day running in our brains. We have to affirm against that crap. Thanks, Ashley. Thanks, Kat. Those your videos on manifesting and circumstances are gold. Good! I have to watch them myself sometimes, guys, seriously. I have to listen to myself sometimes and go, Jesus, who is this bitch who knows what she's talking about? Why don't I know what I'm talking about in life? Okay. Did you notice that your old thoughts are creeping in? Yes! My old thoughts really crept in the last couple of months. That's why my 3D went to shit. Me and my SP haven't met in person yet, and I manifest him back a lot. Good, darling. Look, it doesn't matter if you haven't met in person. Circumstances don't matter. How do you manifest weight loss? Just say, I'm losing weight so rapidly. I'm so wonderfully thin. People keep commenting on how gorgeously thin I look. I have my dream body, whatever it is that you want. Affirmations for loving communication and being pursued. Just say, he's constantly pursuing me. He's constantly calling and texting me. He needs to hear my voice. He needs to see me. All those things. And also imagine you and them together. How can I get rid of anxiety? It keeps making me interact with the 3D and makes my thinking negative. Look, your thinking is negative because you're not affirming enough the new thinking. I got rid of my anxiety, guys, with affirmations. Therapy didn't do it. I went through the most intense therapy. I had to go every Tuesday for an entire day with a group and sit there and do all these fucking exercises that were so full on that you walked around the rest of the week feeling like a truck had hit you, okay? For 6 months of my life. Let me give you the tip that affirming helped more. Are you affirming a lot? Probably not. Thanks for the butterflies and birds, whoever sent those. Old thoughts creeping in for sure. Yeah. Oh, Quipsy Blonde sent me butterflies. Thank you, darling. Had a fight with my SP today. Now I'm being ignored. Well, darling, what'd you do that for? Why'd you react to them? Go back and revise it. Imagine it didn't happen. And if you can't revise it, imagine they forgive you. They love you being crazy. They love it when you act crazy. That's their favourite thing about you. They love it when you act like a fucking nut. They love it when you react. They know it means you love them. Blah, blah, blah. Say that, darling. What affirmations can I say for my SP to see me every day? He has to see me every day. He doesn't feel right. He needs to be around me. When he doesn't see me and talk to me, he doesn't feel right in himself. He misses me when he's away from me. You're better than a psychologist. Oh, thanks, darling. Well, I did a lot of therapy, guys. And look, I'm not qualified to do shit. I'm just talking from my experience, okay? Okay, the affirmations I've been working on with the Canadian, he's called 10 times in the past 24 hours. Oh, my God, Brittany. 10 times in 24 hours? The guy's fucking obsessed. Oh, that's lovely. I agree. Affirming OCD, anxiety, depression my whole life. Affirming has made them almost disappear. Amazing, darling. Look, so much of OCD is feeling safe, right? And if your thoughts just run all day, you don't feel safe. So you're doing things to feel safe. You have to put in the thoughts to make yourself feel safe so you don't have to do the action. So much of anxiety is fear of what's going to happen. If you keep telling the 3D what's going to happen, your anxiety will quell because you're telling it what's going to happen. If so much of depression is dwelling in the past and you start being in your happy future and describing yourself anew and seeing a new future, then that depression will quell because those old thoughts are in the past, the anxiety is in the future, and the OCD is in the now of fear. Okay? When you trick your brain into those things are no longer happening, then they have to quell because you're telling your brain different things. Got it? I have lingering thoughts about texting SP on her birthday, even though we broke up a month ago. Look, if you want to text them on their birthday, guys, do. But do it from a place of complete confidence. They're going to be thrilled to hear from you. Okay, birthdays are really hard. And it's really, really hard to think, oh my God, I won't text them. Like, if you only broke up a month ago, darling, and you give a good meaning that they're thrilled to hear from you. If I'm living in the end, then of course I would wish a happy birthday. Of course you would. Of course you would. Loz, I have a new SP. How do I affirm for the convo to keep going and for him to want to see me? Stop assuming he won't want to see you. Stop affirming in your mind that the convo is not going to keep going. You're already imagining it's going to end. Stop thinking that. He can't stop talking to me. He loves talking to me. I'm his new favourite person. He loves me so much. He can't believe how much he likes me already. All those things. Can you accidentally manifest something good, like thinking about getting a job opportunity? Yes, darling, of course. I have so many exes contact me now, except the one I want. I will affirm he will contact me. Look, guys, it's just the old story you got about the one you want, okay? Get rid of it. Are there specific affirmations for long distance? Just say he's constantly coming towards me. He needs to be around me. He needs to be in my presence, okay, if you want to be together in the same place. And then imagine yourselves in the same place. Loz, they decided a gallbladder surgery. Can I affirm that the stones are gone without surgery? Yes, darling. Just say, I don't need any surgery. These stones magically disappear. What fucking gallstones? I don't have gallstones. My body knows how to heal itself. My body, which created, my subconscious mind, which created my body, knows how to heal itself. So if I have gallstones, my body is going to eliminate them by themselves, by itself. My body is going to eliminate these by itself. I don't need surgery. Okay? My body heals itself daily. I don't have gallstones anymore. Imagine having a conversation with someone. You won't believe it. I'm a miracle patient. They just magically went away all by themselves. Imagine that conversation. I've worked on self-concept so much that I don't even want SP anymore. He doesn't deserve me now. Thanks, Loz. Happens, guys. It happens. Wonderful, darling. Looking back at it, I couldn't have gotten my SP. So I could have gotten my SP so much quicker if I persisted and stuck with affirming. Yeah. Yep. Look, when I got my SP back the first time, I affirmed like a motherfucker every day. Every day. The second time, I let the 3D throw me a lot. And I didn't affirm as much. When you affirm and affirm and affirm and affirm and affirm and affirm like a bastard, it does make a difference, guys, trust me. What can I do about my belief that men act out of their fragile, insecure ego and controlling me? Where are you getting this shit from? They have fragile, insecure egos, do they? Well, I don't have that belief about men. I also don't have a belief that men control me. Nothing to do with the guys, darling. You're attracting guys into your life that have fragile, insecure egos because you think they do. And every guy is turning up in your reality with a fragile, insecure ego. So something's going on with you, darling, from what I can read from your comment. You don't allow people to really see you or see your emotions. You put on a front with people and you have a massive wall around you. And when you confront people or are harsh to people or tell people the truth or don't be honest with people or come across as haughty or in some way, they react, you think, with a fragile, insecure ego based on their reaction to you. But actually, it's what you're doing that's causing them to react like that because you're coming across in a falsity way. You're false, right? So you're looking at other people, blaming them for their reactions to you, but it's what you're doing that's causing that reaction. If people seem fragile or insecure and they're trying to control you, it's because you actually are so scared of being controlled. You're so scared of letting people in that you think everyone else has got a fragile ego because you're harsh to them, you criticize them, you belittle them, you do things in the 3D that react to them in a way that they bristle at, look like they're being insecure about, look like they're being fragile because you actually criticize them a lot and put them down a lot. Probably because when you were a child, you were put down a lot and criticized a lot and you don't feel good enough in yourself. And so you do that to others. And then you assume because of their reaction that they are fragile or insecure. When really, darling, it's you that's insecure and that's why you're doing that to people. And your defense mechanism is to say shit like, men are fragile and have insecure egos and they try to control me. They're not trying to control you, darling. They're trying to rip down the fucking gigantic walls that you've placed around yourself to protect your fragile heart and your insecurities from getting hurt. It's got fucking nothing to do with them. And until such time as you work on the shit in your self-concept that's allowing you to even think those things about other people and not let yourself be seen, nothing's going to fucking change. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's what I read in that comment. I was just thinking about that today, being critical without realizing it. Oh, look, I'm the most critical person because I'm so critical of myself. And I'm criticizing others to make myself feel better because I don't like myself enough sometimes. And so I criticize myself. I criticize them first. If you're a really critical person, you've got to assess that. Loz is never wrong. Can I change my subconscious mind even when I had some beliefs for years and experienced the same? Yes, darling. Just because you've experienced it for years and had the same thoughts for years, what do you think we're doing here? We're trying to change the thoughts we've had for years and experiences we've had for years. Situation/trauma over again. Yep. Guys, if you have the same situations happening to you over and over and over again, it's you. The common denominator is you. It's never the situation. Same critical about myself, definitely. I get it from childhood, working on it for sure. Look, guys, if you had a parent who constantly criticised you, blamed you, told you you were wrong, you're not doing that properly. Oh, let me do it. Oh, you silly girl. My mum used to do that all the time, and I'd just give up. Oh, okay. But why are you dressed like that? Oh, you're going out looking like a garbage bag. What are people going to think of me? Don't do that. Be careful. All those kind of things, guys. You've got to remember it's going into your brain, and it builds you. Got it? Years of experience doesn't mean it's what you deserve. Absolutely, darling. I totally agree with you. Birds fall land concept true, question mark. I keep seeing signs related to the job I've been affirming every week. Yes, darling, say that. Give it that meaning. Only you give the meaning to the signs, okay? Was I right, darling, what I said about that, or have you disappeared because I was too critical to you? Too harsh. Whoever I was just saying that to about the insecure egos in men. Don't overthink it. If you text her, just act normal and assume everything worked out. Yes, with the birthday, yes. When I started my one-to-one, with Loz, it was all about him. Now too many men want me. Ah, yes. Hi, Loz. What's good affirmations to get a new job and money? I love my new job. I have so much money. I have more money than I know what to do with. I love this new job. It's the greatest job I've ever had. I earn so much money in this job. When doing self-concept on a loop, should I add a few SPs at the end or add that as a separate loop? Whichever way you want to do it, Nat, honestly. It's so easy to forget to affirm when you're happy, but those old thoughts always creep back in. Look, guys, that's the problem. That's when people are getting the SPs back with me after their calls, after watching the lives, or after watching the TikToks. They get them back, and then they get triggered by their SP. Then they react in the old way because they haven't been affirming, they haven't been seeing the new version of the SP, and suddenly an old version of them jumps in, or an old trigger of theirs kicks in, and then they react. That's why you've got to keep affirming. That's why you've got to keep on top of your thoughts, okay? Hang on. Loz, I was out with friends and SP last night. He told me he loves me and fuck everyone else but me. Oh, really, Mary? Love it. I was triggered by my family. That was a tough one. Look, everyone's triggered by the fucking family, guys. I had to come back all the time when I lived in London and live with my mum. And every time I would come back every Christmas to live with her, she would drive me crazy. We'd get along fine when I was in London. As soon as I landed back in Perth, within 2 days, we'd be fighting. Your family always triggers you guys. 1 month of daily affirmations and my ex-husband is begging me back after 2 years of zero contact. Angie, Jack, that's fucking amazeballs. 2 years of zero contact. Holy shit, what have you been affirming? Tell us. What are your daily affirmations? Tell us. Are they focused on self-concept? I'd be fascinated to know. No, Loz, I'm talking about men who get angry when they hit on me when I'm not interested and say no. Okay. So why are you attracting those kind of men into your reality? You've got to ask yourself that, darling. I don't get those kind of guys. Why are you getting those kind of men? Ask yourself, what are you doing that's bringing those kind of men into your reality? Guys, you bring the kind of men into your reality that you like, or that you imagine are going to turn up. If you keep imagining, you keep getting hit on men who you're not interested in, and then they get shitty, and when you say no, that's going to continue to happen. I'll tell you a story. About 8 or 9 years ago, I was dating someone who was black, and I only like black guys. I decided I only like black guys. For about 3 years of my life, while I was on and off with that guy, the only men that would hit on me in bars were black guys. And I'm not joking. Not one guy ever approached me who was white for 3 years. Now, why is that? Because I was sending out thoughts, I only like black guys, I only like black guys, only black guys hit on me now. This is my new thing, black guys. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's what happened. And we'd go out and my friends would be like, again, another black guy would be like, oh, what's going on? Right? You're sending out thoughts that I only attract the guys that I'm not interested in. I attract moody, insecure guys who get shitty. And so the more you're sending that fucking thought out, darling, the more it's happening. As soon as I decided I didn't like black guys anymore, I never get hit on by black guys. Honestly. No Asians? No, not Asians. It's only black guys. Oh my God, thank you for this live. I made a huge mistake and got a reading. I need some yelling, I guess. Guys, if you got a reading, all the bitch is doing is reflecting your shitty thinking. So if you said something bad, it's just what was in your brain. Don't worry about it, darling. Don't beat yourself up, okay? Well, thanks for the paper cranes, darling. I love the cranes. Loz, he asked me to see... Loz, he asked to see me next week. He sent a second email an hour later with 3 times to choose from. Oh my God. Emily. Fucking hell. I am shook. I am fucking shook. Oh my God. Holy shit. Jesus. My SP is an Aussie, and now all my favourite influencers are Australian like you. Oh, thanks, darling. New 92 set lollipop. Oh, Emily, I'm still getting over that. Jesus Christ. What have you been doing, Emily? Tell me. What have you been affirming? What have you been affirming that's got this to happen? Tell me. Because we've had 2 calls. Tell me what you've been doing. What have you been doing since our second call? How can I manifest self-improvement? Do you think it's good to act like the person we want to be? Absolutely. Step into the state of you are the person you want to be already. Not acting like it, just thinking you're like that. There's a difference. LOA teaches a lot of acting as if, like, if you want to be married, walk around your house with a wedding dress on and a veil. And it's like, fuck no. Like, I had a friend once and we were out and this husband and my best friend said to this girl, how's the dating scene going? Such and such. She goes, I'm married to my ideal man. And he went, what? You got married? And she was doing it out loud like a fucking nut. And everyone at the bar was like, you got married? She's like, I'm with my ideal man now. And we're looking at him like going, she's doing some LOA. And she looked like a nutcase, right? And I ended up making a whole character about this person on my comedy channel, my YouTube called Don't Be a Psycho, where this girl does things in the 3D like a nut. And everyone thinks she's a nut. And that girl watched the videos and was like, oh, she's so funny, Loz. I don't know why I find her so funny. And I was like, oh, it's you. Poor thing, didn't realise. But that's doing things in the 3D. I just want you to imagine you already are the person you want to be. See the world from those eyeballs. There's a difference, okay? Loz, can you give me affirmations that everyone forgot about my behaviour last night? No one even remembers. Just revise the whole fucking thing, darling. Revise the whole night as if no one remembered. That day you were wearing green, if I recall correctly. Haha, no, I wasn't, but I love it. What's this, Emily? Hang on, whoa. Wait. Let me roll up. What's happening here? Hang on. All these success stories. Yes, I know. What happened, Emily? What's that? And he was like reminiscing about this one trip we were in, and was like, you also look very pretty that day. You're wearing green, if I recall correctly. Haha, no, I wasn't, but I love it. So in his mind, you looked in this green dress, and you weren't even wearing that, but just go with it, darling. Oh, yes, that green dress. I remember that. I remember that day. So tell us what you've been doing, Emily. Tell us what you've been affirming, because everyone wants to know. So I look crazy telling my SP that our relationship will work no matter what. Yeah, don't tell them out loud. Don't tell them. Don't say anything. Please don't. Just tell them. Don't tell them. Tell them with your mind. Do it with your mind. Only with your mind. It doesn't matter if you did, darling. Don't beat yourself up if you have, though. Not us all being besties with Emily. Yes, spill the tea, Emily. Open the one-to-one coaching, please. Sorry, guys. I'll think about it. Look, I think really what Emily and I spoke about a lot was Emily had to really get rid of the old story about her and her SP. She had a very long-standing old story and a very big obstacle in her way, in her brain. A massive obstacle. And unfortunately, the obstacle had caused so many problems that she was still seeing the obstacle. I think until such time as Emily stopped seeing the obstacle as a problem, things weren't going to change. Would that be right, Emily? Lots of inner conversations. Well, actually, I talk to him and take on his voice and talk back. Do you, darling? And I have some affirmations that I listen to on loop before bed. Good. So you're having inner conversations with him and talk to him and take on his voice and talk back. All the things you want to hear him say, all the things you want him to say to you, all the loving words you want to hear back. Lie in bed, guys. Imagine your pillow is them and you're talking to them. You're saying, baby, I love you so much. And hear what he would say back to you. Oh, I've missed you. I couldn't bear to be away from you. I thought about you every day. Right? All those things. And what did you do about the obstacle, Emily? I want to know, how did you stop focusing on the obstacle? Because I think that's key to your situation. And is still key. You can't focus on that ever again. Whatever the obstacle is. I've been listening to Kim Velez's guided meditations for self-love, or I Am self-love ones. Yes. Are they good? I haven't listened to this new self-love one. I like her meditations. They are good. I don't like that chosen one, but I like the Queen Goddess, or whatever it is. The Canadian kept saying how he can't resist me, and he was saying some very spicy things. Oh! Love when they're spicy. I want to manifest a new person. Should I do the same as if it was SP? Yes. Lie in bed every night as if I've manifested 2 SPs by lying in bed every night with someone in my bed. They're not there. It's just a person in my mind. Feel the warmth of their body. Feel their skin against yours. Imagine you're being spooned by them every night. Just imagine someone there. Just imagine someone there every night. I think they're easier to listen to than Dylan James. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's just her voice. I find Dylan James' voice annoying. It was best for me, Loz. What? Why aren't I doing one-to-ones? Look, I'm moving house at the moment. I'm trying to get rid of a whole lot of things before I move. I'm trying to concentrate on writing the courses, and I haven't even been doing that last couple of weeks. And also I had to get my own head together, to be completely honest with you guys. So the one-to-ones were taking up far too much of my time. And if I do the one-to-ones again, they're going to have to be an hour long, because they were all taking an hour, even though I was only charging for half an hour. And I might format them differently, that you actually have to do the self-concept course first. Then after you've done that self-concept course, only then can you do a call with me, because the self-concept course is key. And you probably won't need the call after you've done the self-concept course, to be completely honest with me. If you do, when I do the self-concept course and the Get Your Ex Back course, if you do those two combined, I don't think you'll need a call. Because it'd be everything that I would discuss on a call with you. The thing you're not getting is me psychoanalyzing you and reading you and understanding what's going on with you. If you don't understand yourself well, that's probably the only difference. Do you think manifesting an SP who doesn't know you exist is different from manifesting a past SP? Fuck no, darling. It's no different. I've manifested SPs that don't know I exist, celebrities and stuff, well-known people. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. Stop seeing it as an obstacle. SP is key. What is this? So is the key the changes in the brain and not doing it in 3D action like with the wedding dress? Yes, do it in your brain. It's all your mind, guys. Your wonderful human imagination is what manifests. It's God in you. It's your power. Your subconscious mind is your power. When you change it, the reality changes. It's reflecting your subconscious. Your reality is a reflection of your subconscious. Doing things out here to change the old subconscious thoughts. So think about it this way. Watch my video on it being delayed. This is how you got to think about it. If you're taking action in the 3D, what you're taking action towards is something that's old. It's an old thought that's now reflected, and you're taking action against it, but it's something you already thought and it's reflected out. So it's like trying to revive a dead body that's already dead, and you're like fighting it and talking to it, and it's already died, right? What you got to think is, well, if I created what's out here now, what I have to do is recreate and change with new thinking what is now going to reflect out. And it's going to take a little bit of time, who knows how long, but it will reflect out because what is already here, I reflected out from my brain. And if you don't get that, think, did I ever think this might happen? Did I ever think he might leave me for someone else, come up with a third party, get some bitch pregnant, whatever the fucking thoughts are that you had. Some people start thinking the third party's going to get pregnant. Next minute, the bitch is pregnant. And you think, did I think that? Well, fuck, I did. Stop fucking thinking those things. God, I don't want to like put shit like that in my brain. It's such a horrible thought. You know what I mean? Like, don't think those horrible things. If you're thinking horrible thoughts, did they turn up? Oh, yeah, well, fuck, I did that. It was all your thinking. So why would doing anything out in the 3D or wearing wedding dress have any bearing on what the old thoughts were? If you thought they were never going to come back to you and they never loved you, what's wearing a wedding dress out in the 3D going to do? And saying, I'm so blissfully, happily married. I love being married. I'm so happy and grateful I am now married. Yeah, we can say I'm happy and grateful I'm now married, but you've got to think of, get rid of the old thoughts that make you think that he doesn't even love you to think that you get married. Wearing a crown wearing a bridal gown around your house all day isn't going to do shit because you're just wearing a bridal gown over a person with old thoughts. Got it? That makes sense. You need an assistant. Yes, I do need an assistant. I really do. There was someone who offered to be my assistant who's in Perth. Who was that? I actually need one. I need someone to help me upload the videos to YouTube. Fair enough, yes. I hope he comes back soon. I hope it comes back soon. Well, stop saying it. I hope it come back soon. Oh, you mean the one-to-ones. Oh, I thought you meant your respect. It was just this feeling of like, no, this is mine. I think I always assumed he would have to go. I'm the one he wants. It was just the feeling like, no, this is mine. I think I always assumed that he would have to go. I'm the one he wants. But when he told me about her, I rewrote the story. I changed how I saw him and I impressed my subconscious that he was this person. He was going to stand up for me and our relationship. And I don't think I ever believed that. But now now you just believe it? I changed how I saw him and I impressed my subconscious that he was this person now. He was going to stand up for me and our relationship. And I don't think I ever believed that. But now what, Emily? Yeah, so now you're starting to believe that, no, he's mine. And he wants this relationship with me. It doesn't matter what happened outside, no matter what obstacles there were, he's mine and he wants this relationship with me. And he's going to come towards me and stand up for this relationship with me. Wonderful, darling. Wonderful. That I am his person. He's your lobster. You know what I mean? I volunteer as tribute, Loz. Oh, guys. Thank you, guys. So glad I had a one-to-one with Loz where you shut it down. Oh, thanks, Rita, darling. Fair enough. Hang on, whoa. I like them. I've noticed some friend stuff has improved as not triggered over stuff I would be. Good, darling. Yes, it can improve friendships and everything, guys. Improves friendships, everything. I try not to focus on 3D because, as you said, it's old thoughts and make a new story. Yes, guys, please don't look at it. Please don't look at it. When he told me about her, I rewrote the story. That's wonderful, wonderful, Emily. So you rewrote the whole story that, no, he's not with her, he's with me. He loves me and only me. He's going to stand up for our relationship. It's me, me, me. It's him and me. I want to be your assistant. Ask first. Well, guys, if you are an actual virtual assistant, or you can be, if you're in Perth, write to me on my Facebook Messenger, okay, through the Facebook group. If you're actually in Perth, I need someone who's here in Perth so I can give you my things to upload. In the United States. So, yeah, I don't really need a virtual assistant. Virtual assistant's not going to really help me at the moment, though, guys. Thank you. Oh, my God, my friend and I just said the lobster thing. Did you? There you go, darling. You made me say that. Is the video on delays on Facebook? No. It's just my TikToks, the last 3 about the 3D. I've got a red heading, and then it's on the top. It says how to manifest a change in your circumstances. Okay. Oh, you're in Sydney? Yeah, I need someone in Perth. Affirming against negative thoughts works, right? It's the only way because I'm creating it. Affirming against negative thoughts works. It's the only way because I'm creating it. Yes, guys. I love when you say darling. What does it mean when your desired manifestations play out in your dreams night after night, Loz? Well, give it good meaning that your subconscious is being fully impressed and therefore it's working because your subconscious knows all about it. It's even dreaming about it. Say that, darling. Oh, Brittany, I'm so proud of my growth since my call with you back in May. Oh, so am I, darling. I mean, astounding. What's your take on dreaming the exact opposite of your manifestations? Oh, look, I did that the other night. Just don't give it bad meaning, guys. Just be like, oh, well, I must be having fearful thoughts still because I'm thinking of this shit. I will move for a job. Could you do more videos about fame, please? Yes, okay, Jake, I will. I am doing a whole course about it, about fame, fortune, and success. How to get rid of the old story dealing with weight. I keep thinking about how much I've gained. Well, then you fucking will. Stop thinking about it, darling. Just start saying, I'm wonderfully thin. Weight is falling off me. Stop standing on the scales. Stop looking in the mirror. Start telling yourself every day that you look amazing without looking in the mirror and just tell your body how beautiful it is and that you're losing weight rapidly. What's this? The biggest thing, too, was not reacting to the 3D. Like, it upset me and I cried lots when I interact with him, but I don't react. Ah, good. So when you started talking again, darling, and he would tell you things, you weren't reacting to what he was saying. Wonderful. I don't know how you did that. That's amazing, darling. Because the not reacting is my hardest thing. I find reacting, I'm very reactionary. So the fact that you were able, even though you were talking on email and stuff, to not react to what he was saying is astounding. And just goes to show how strong your belief in you and him being together was. Because you were like, no, I'm not reacting. No, he's mine. No, we're meant to be together. He's my lobster. That's it. Why would I react to this? Wonderful, darling. What do we do if everyone in every social media affirms your negative story? Well, stop fucking looking at social media and stop talking to everyone who's doing that, darling. What's meant to be going on in your head when you're affirming? You're just meant to be letting the new thoughts sink in. There's nothing you can control in your mind, guys. You can't control what's happening there. If a neural pathway is being formed to form a belief, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's meant to be going on. All you can control, guys, is your thoughts. When people say, got to feel a feeling, well, you can't control that. Oh, you got to believe it. Well, you can't control that. All you can consciously control is, I am now having a thought, a new thought. I am now going to think that a lot. They're the only 2 things you can control. Anything else is beyond your control. Like an image or feeling, or just say it. Just say it. And if you don't feel a feeling and you don't see an image, don't beat yourself up. Thank you so much, Loz. You're honestly the person I'm most excited to share this with. Oh, I'm thrilled, darling. I'm thrilled. I gave you 3 times to choose from. Can't wait to hear. Darling, just go in there knowing he's your lobster and he loves you. That's all you need to know. Okay? I've been doing so good sometimes. I get a little down with lack of communication, but I know I'll get better and I'll just keep persisting. Everything always goes my way. Yes, Brittany. Look, guys, I get despondent. Look at me the last couple of weeks. I was falling apart. Sometimes shit happens and sometimes you get a little down. It's okay. And lack of communication will really do that to you because you feel like, what are they doing? Is there a third party still there? Da-da-da-da. Whatever the fucking story is. It's hard. I know it's hard, Brittany. But I want you to still step into your power every day. No, I know what I'm doing, and you do know what you're doing. So keep telling yourself that. And if I know what I'm doing, then I can make this happen. I'm here now, Loz. Everything's all right. Tom, what are you saying, Tom? I imagine telling you my success story on live too. Oh, good, darling, good. Imagine that. What if even when you affirm you're worried it won't happen, can it still happen if you're doubtful? Look, you can worry it won't happen, but I wouldn't do that too much. Doubt is the devil. That's what Neville says. It's like doubt is the devil in the Bible. That's what they're talking about, your doubtful thinking. Don't allow doubt to creep in. I want you to really step into your power as much as you can. Don't beat yourself up if you doubt. Just affirm against it as soon as you do doubt, okay? Yes, I was just like, oh, wow, that's great news. And I cried into my pillow. Oh, so whenever he'd tell you things, you'd be like, oh, great, you got married? Oh, Great news. How hard is that, darling, to do? Wow, that's amazing. So you were saying the opposite of what you were feeling, cried into your pillow instead. Amazing. Anytime anything good happens, you're the first one I want to tell. Oh, Brittany. How can I manifest my ex-BSF back who's literally ghosting and ignoring me? Your boyfriend or best friend? Look, if it's a best friend, guys, just start saying they've forgiven me, everything's forgiven and forgotten, I'm their favourite person, they can't be without me, all those things. How can I manifest? I asked the one. This group is amazing. I'm grateful so much for the group. I love seeing everyone's success stories. Oh, look, so do I, guys. So do I. It gives me life. It really does. Guys, if you haven't joined the Facebook group, go to Subconscious Laws, the Facebook group. The link's in my bio. Just look for it on Facebook and come and join us. We've got a new challenge starting tomorrow, a body positivity challenge. I think I want to call it I Love My Body or I Love the Way I Look challenge or something like that, because then it can be about your looks and your body, okay, or losing weight or whatever. I'm next. Yes, say that, guys. Absolutely. Oh, best friend is best friend here. I reacted to the 3D and he stopped texting me, but I'm affirming again that we're together. Do that, darling. Do that. He's my lobster. Yeah, love that. Love this challenge. Okay, good. I do a lot of body affirmations too. The best. Okay, great. My SP told me about his sexploitations to hurt me. I kept my cool and didn't react. Now what? Well, if you think he's doing that to hurt you, then stop imagining he's doing things to hurt you, darling, and saying things to hurt you. Imagine he's doing it for the complete opposite reason, that he actually wants you to be jealous because he loves you so much. Okay, give it all good meaning, guys. If they do that, they're bragging, trying to big themselves up so you love them more. Don't do it. Don't say it's because he's trying to hurt you. Say it's because he's like, well, don't you love me? Look at all the other girls in the world who've loved me. Why don't you love me as much as they do? Give it that meaning. You're giving it bad meaning based on your self-concept, okay, darling? SP asked me out, cancelled, and now being distant. What do I affirm? Erica, stop saying he's being distant. If he cancelled, give it good meaning. Oh, he got sick. He had to look after his child. He had work commitments. He really wants to see me. It's just, it was beyond his control. He's dying to see me. He's not being distant at all. He's just really, really busy. Give it good meaning. I want to send him memes, but forget we're together only in my head. Is that bad? Look, guys, look, the need to want to do things like that. You see a funny TikTok and you want to send it to them. Just try not to. Just let them come to you. Do you have a YouTube channel? I'd love to binge watch more than 1 to 3 minutes at a time. Darling, come to the Facebook group and watch all these lives back. There's over 200 and something lives in there. And I go live every Friday in Facebook. Come and join the Facebook group. If you're not in Facebook, just start up a new Facebook account. Don't add any friends and just join Subconscious Laws and watch all these videos. There's over 200 videos in there. I will be eventually adding them to YouTube, but it will take me a while, okay? Part 1, Loz. I really didn't want to go back to work and was affirming I'm going to have 2 weeks off work. Yes. Then what? Then what happened? That was fine while it lasted. I didn't react. What's this? Haha, so the second time SP and I called it off, the lackluster emotion, I had said, okay, well, that was fun while it lasted. Don't say things like that, darling, like it's fun while it lasted. That's old thinking, like, oh, this never lasts. It was fun while it lasted. When I see something that reminds me of him, I say, oh, he's thinking about me all the time right now. Yes. Yes, darling, say that. Love the Facebook group. Good. I had to self-isolate for 2 weeks. I was around someone with COVID. Oh, you're around someone with COVID? Oh, okay, Jake. What's the question? I have a folder of TikTok saved that I'm going to show SP when we're finally together. Oh. Love it. Swimming in the ocean. It happened so fast. What are we talking about? Beyond divine? A jellyfish stung me when I was thinking about it. I even said I was in a bubble of protection. It happened so fast swimming in the ocean. Oh, look, if you think of bad things, they'll like fucking happen. Trust me. It was over a year ago. I'm different now. Good truth serum. Affirmations to manifest confident. I'm so confident in my own skin. I walk into a room and everyone looks at me because I'm so fucking amazing. I'm so special. I'm so confident. I ooze confidence. Everyone wants to hear me talk. Everyone wants to hang around me. Things like that done. All right, I've got to go soon, guys. Got a million things to do. Got to wash my dirty hair. You're the best and so helpful. Can I do affirmations for all aspects of life at once? Yes, darling. Have about 4 or 5 things you're working on and just have affirmations for those. Thank you, darling. Affirmations manifest our dream van for van life. Oh, I love van life. I love driving around in my beautiful van. We have the best life driving around this van. I've got the best van. Every time we park anywhere, everyone's always commenting on my beautiful van. I love van life. Just imagine you already have it. Imagine driving around your car now as the van, and imagine where you're driving are the places you're going to go, and you're already there. Okay? Can looking at pics of SP and me be helpful for affirming and living in the end? Yes, darling, if you want to talk to them and tell them how much they love you, do it if it helps you. If it makes you feel sad and longing, then don't do it. Just realize, if I pray, what's this? If I pray at bed and include prayers for healing love, that's lack mentality. But if the prayers are, this is coming to me, I know this is happening, then prayer is kind of the same as manifesting. Neville calls it prayer, okay? As long as you're not saying, please give this to me, please send this to me, I'm desperate for this, that's different. Nothing outside of you is doing it, guys, okay? Because I got 2 weeks. What are you talking about, Jake? I don't understand this. Do you think one-to-one coaching triggers you? Yeah, sometimes it would trigger me, guys, because if stuff was very close to my self-concept, I would cry. I had a few people send me their backstories and I wept because they were so close to mine before I even had the call with them. So, yeah, it did trigger me. Loz, yell at me, please. What's happening? Hurry up. I'm moving to my new job, new house, and got 3 new aquatic jobs today. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yell at you. Why? What have you done? All right, guys, I've got to go soon because I've got a gazillion things to do. I can't yell at everyone, guys. Now I have to yell at Lizzie as well. Jesus. What's happening, guys? Yes, I think I'm asking for it because I don't have it. Guys, please don't ask for things because you don't have them. Assume you have them already. Saw my SP today. He was talking to another girl at one point and my heart didn't drop. I'm stable. Good, darling, good. So basically, I wanted 2 weeks off at work, so I was affirming I'm going to have 2 weeks off. And then you did. And you got sick or whatever. Got a tattoo that looks terrible. Oh, no. That's the second person that's happened to this week. Just start affirming it looks lovely, it starts to improve, or you're happy with it, or you love it, or it goes away. Something like that. Lose your poor voice from yelling. Thank you for helping me and somebody else. Oh, you're welcome, Amy. How much will the course be? I have no idea, guys. No idea how long they'll be yet. All right, I am saying bye. I am going. I had to self-isolate 2 weeks because I was around some COVID, so I got you 2 weeks. Oh, so you did it. You manifested that, Jake. Wonderful, darling. Love it. When I pray, I say, I'm thankful because I have such happened already and I'm healed already. Yes, that's the way to pray. It's already happened already and you're thankful that it's already happened. Having a bad day, just drown. Do we just affirm, etc.? Just down. Do we just affirm? Drown. Yes, just affirm against that shit. All right, guys? All right? Okay. Please do follow me if you don't follow me already, guys. I go live twice daily. Put on the notification bell so you know when, and come and join the Facebook group because I'll give you a warning that I'm going live, and all these lives are saved in there. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. You manifested the most supportive group and community lives. I know I did. Isn't it lovely? Oh, you guys give me life, honestly, and you make me feel so good about myself every day. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all. I'll see you soon.